Well, here we are on the fourth, or might it be the fifth day, working on, or it might even be the sixth on the harpsichord. And
third.
well, it might be the third for you.
Yes.
Yes. And the bottom manual still needs a couple more notes out to get them to stop them sticking, and so we've got to take all the upper manual jacks out yet again.
Break it in order to get the lid weight out.
Yeah. We're going through the instrument and finding that some of these sharp notes, actually, the damper comes up and blocks the upper string. We're looking at the causes of that, and we found this one here, which went down too far, and I discovered why. Because when I started to pull it out, we discovered that that moves, and it had broken around the lead weight, which was obviously expanded and caused the key to actually break. So we've actually got to break this to mend it. So by bringing that up there, the lead weight actually pushes through. I wonder if I can do that from behind. You can probably see the gap opening up there, and then we've got to clean up the hole and get rid of the lead oxide around it. And I think we can just pick it out there. And you can see it's white where the lead oxide has grown on the side of the weight. Here I've got the lead weight, and I'm simply scraping it with a knife to scrape the lead oxide off, and that will enable it to fit in. Meanwhile, Michael is still dealing with these sticky keys, and this sort of problem is a pain. So here we've got the two halves of the broken key. Before gluing them together, I'm checking that they slot together happily, and there they go with the grain happily in. And having cleaned the lead weight, I'm going to slot that in and see if it goes in happily before I glue it. And yes, it does. That slots in. So I'll put some glue on that, and I think we're ready to go with that. For this job of sticking this, I don't want to hang around all day, and so we're going to use Mitre Fast, which is a very fast sort of controllable super glue. Otherwise, one has to let things set for 24 hours. So I'm going to put some into the joint, and then we'll spray it afterwards. And I'm going to do this not above the harpsichord in case I drop some glue in there. It's one thing dropping the lead weight in, it's another thing dropping the glue in. Here we've got the glue, and I put drops into there so that it will squeeze through the joints. Now, what one does with this stuff is to spray the other section with something that makes it set fast. And it's at this stage where you hope you don't make a mistake, because otherwise your problems multiply. Come on, get in there nicely. That's good, and I'm going to put that weight in before anything else happens. And with any luck, your fingers might not stick. That's nearly stuck already, and it's a case of now making sure that it's flat in every way and it's sticking to the towel. And the wood is not the best there is, so I'm hoping that that will be all right. Luckily it's so soft that we'll probably be able to bend it or something or other if we have a problem. Well, here's the key done, and the moment of truth will come when we put it in. And putting it in is quite interesting because it might even be meant to be bent somewhat. One has to get it in there underneath the that should be fine. Where is that? It's there. You can see that wobbling there. It's that one. So we have to lift this one up at the back here in order to get the key back in. There we are. So, well, this is strange. I haven't changed the angle of that, but it obviously was meant to be at a bent angle, so I've got to break it and bend that to the angles it was. That's very frustrating business, this. So it has to come out again. Well, to get this at the right angle, we want to simply break half the joint without breaking the whole joint. So I'm just going to lever it above a chisel and hope that this will do it. That's it. And then I'll put it back into the instrument at that angle and see if that's right, and I'll glue that into position. Now we have to lift that back up, and now we can get this key into the right place and on its fulcrum. And that is now moving freely and at the right angle, so I can now take that out and glue that into the position. And now at that angle the 4-foot damper isn't coming up to block that string either, so we know that we're in business. Meanwhile, Michael's sounds as though he's clipping the toenails. He's regulating the plectra on these jacks.
Voicing them.
And
voicing them.
So that they all play evenly.
Come on. Works.
We're now working on the 4-foots, and getting the 4-foots in tune is necessary to make sure that the string is at the right tension for the plectra to pluck them. Rather rich, rather lovely. I think I heard one of the jacks knocking against the... possibly, I heard that.
I think what you heard was the rattle of the guide, you know, the...
Might be. Anyway, it sounds very good. The 4-foot certainly gives brightness, doesn't it?